What's getting you to you had to have looked at that even as a 15, 16, 17-year-old and said, hey man, my dad's doing all right. I can probably figure out some kind of a livelihood by working with my dad. But how do you end up getting in the pot business?
I don't know. I just did. It was easy. It was right in front of me. The surfers controlled the high-end marijuana trade, and so particularly the Thai trade. And so I, wrote in Thai Stick that the arrival of the Thai marijuana fleet marked the beginning of summer. So the older surfers that I looked up to, and I would see these guys fly into Scorpion Bay. I mean, I first went to Scorpion Bay, I think in '79. And it was guys on the lam. I mean, it was a shady place, and it was hard to get to. And so, 16 years old, crossing the mountains from the Sea of Cortez, in my old man's Suburban, and these guys would fly in for low tide in Cessnas, and really good surfers. And then they'd give us some cold beer because we didn't have ice. Like ice was the best commodity, and they say, okay, we got to go back to Cabo for happy hour. And, and they led this charmed life, North Shore in the winter, Indonesia, in the summer, Baja in the summer.
These guys were literally on the endless summer train.
And they were
fueled by
marijuana.
Financed by pot.
Yeah.
And so Thai pot, so you said it was green. I forget what you said. Yeah. I'm not familiar with pot because I spent my whole life, I was in the military for 20 years. I grew up as like a straight edge hardcore kid. So I don't know enough about pot.
Well, now pot,
educate me.
Yeah, well, I call it Frankenweed now. Like it's gone way beyond. We had what we called purple seedless, which was the Northern California pot.
Isn't that supposed to be good? Like
California?
It's great.
Okay. It was the best. Now, but it's this weird GMO pot that's the Frankenweed. I don't like that stuff, and I don't think you should be smoking it all the time. So pot has left me, way behind. But anyway. So that would pretty much run out. So it was a real Adam Smith supply and demand thing.
Got it.
So there was not unlimited amounts of good green pot all year round.
So what's the brown pot?
There would be Mexican, Colombian, inferior pot with seeds and this and that. But then the Thais were master growers and the famous Thai stick, right? And so you had pot in the early 70s worth $2,000 a pound. And so one sailboat full, you're a millionaire, And so that's why so many surfers got involved in it, because what do surfers need? They need freedom and they need time.
So one sailboat full, you're a millionaire, and this is in the 70s, so that million, you're good for life, pretty much.
Exactly. And then, then you go, I'll do another. Well, I'll do a bigger boat. And then all of a sudden you're dealing with Thai gangsters, bringing it across the border in Pemex gas trucks, paying $1 million bribes. I mean, remarkable tradecraft, actually. And that's where I learned a lot of tradecraft.